So, Germany has voted and the results are more or less in line with expectations. The two biggest parties have lost some ground. The business-friendly FDP is back in the Bundestag, and for the first time ever, the AfD has won some seats. But we're not finished yet, because as usual in German elections, no one party has an absolute majority, which means that a governing coalition must be formed. And that can take weeks. And there's a good chance that this video will be outdated before I even get a chance to publish it, so apologies for that. For the last 4 years we have had a grand coalition made up of the mainstream centre-right party, the Union, and the mainstream centre-left party, the SPD. Those are the two biggest parties, and so they had a nice big majority. That gave us a stable government, but at a price. With both major parties in government, opposition is left to the smaller parties, which are often out on the fringes, and that's probably one of the important reasons that the AfD got their seats. After all, if you're unhappy with the government but both major parties are in it, who are you going to vote for? This time around, the SPD has said that they don't want to be a part of a grand coalition anymore. This leaves Angela Merkel, leader of the biggest party, looking for new coalition partners. Talk is of a so-called Jamaica coalition, because it has the same colours as the Jamaican flag. But that's going to be very tricky, because it means persuading the Greens to govern with the Union and the FDP, and that is going to be a very tough sell. Even the FDP isn't overjoyed at the prospect. They lost all of their seats in 2013 after being in coalition with Merkel's party, and they pretty much blame their demise on the Union. As one senior party member put it, anyone who gets into bed with this Chancellor will die in it. The alternative is even less likely. There will be a coalition with the SPD, the Left, the Greens and the FDP. That coalition would just about have a majority, but would it be enough? Can the Left and the Greens, with their scepticism of the free market, work successfully together with the strongly pro-business FDP? One thing is for sure though, the AfD will not be in the governing coalition. First, none of the other parties will want to work with the AfD, and second, at the moment the AfD doesn't look like it's in a fit state to be in any kind of government. It's falling apart, basically. The day after the election, one of its leading members announced that she would not be serving as an AfD politician, but as an independent. Sounds odd, and it is, but it is possible. This is part of an ongoing power struggle within the party that we all knew about and all predicted would cause problems. But we did also think that they would be able to keep it together for more than one day. One thing I don't see in this election just yet is the rise of the Fourth Reich. A significantly large number of people who voted AfD did so not out of conviction, but simply because they wanted to register their protest at the mainstream. Incidentally, if you did that, please don't do it again. If all you want to do is to make a point, don't do it by voting for the most controversial party you can think of. Instead, spoil your ballot. You have that option, and although your vote won't count, your protest will. I think that if we get a stable Jamaica coalition, the economy improves, or at least doesn't worsen, and nothing unexpected happens like a new refugee crisis or nuclear war with North Korea, we should be alright. Then we'll have a mainstream party leading the opposition. If the SPD can do this effectively, then critics will hopefully feel less ignored and less inclined to turn to fringe parties. In the long run, it's probably a smart move for the SPD. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to send me a postcard, here's the address. And don't forget to visit my website and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Also, if you'd like access to special bonus content and help with the costs of running this channel, please consider making a small monthly donation on Patreon.